Clap it up, come on. Round Table of Truth, you understand? Our first episode. Of course, I want to give a big up to Commander GEN.YAHANNA, give him a hand. Setting the footsteps up in Philly and watch, you know what I'm saying, him do that podcast for 3 years, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. And so we definitely want to big up for that. Big up also to another brother inspired me for the podcast, Captain Cesario. Give him a hand as well. Round Table of Truth. These brothers know who's sitting up here with me. My co-host, Officer, introduce yourselves.
I'm Police Officer 5000 Ra'an.
Give him a hand. Give him a mighty hand. To the right.
Officer 5000 Maki Olive.
Give him a hand. Go ahead.
Officer 5000 Yaradan.
Most High Christ. I'm Captain my quad. I ain't gonna say my rank. You understand? But I'm at the helm. This is the Round Table Truth, a long-awaited podcast. We definitely started at the right time, of course.
That's right.
I mean, me and the brothers was going over the stories before we went live, and I mean, it's damn near just too many stories to even go over.
You know
what I mean? There's so much stuff going on in this world, in this wicked world that's ran by the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're gonna touch on Kyrie Irving, that whole situation. That brother right there, they basically is lynching this brother out. You see what I'm saying? They about to take him out. They thought, you see, he quickly apologized after they gave him the 5 games. But they don't. What Kyrie don't know is what we know and been taught by Commander GEN.YAHANNA is that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's
of.
right.
And him being the devil, he does not want you so-called Negroes to find out that you are the real Jews that the Bible speaks
That's
of.
right.
That is the one thing that would turn his whole world upside down. You think it's money, you think it's guns, you may think it's I don't know whatever, but what will turn the white man's world upside down is us finding out that we are the chosen people.
That's right.
And what you can see being that this is the last days, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord have spoken of in the Bible. This is why this is going on.
Yes,
Right before Kyrie Irving, you had Kanye West talk about it. And there's been many other cats, like me and the brothers was just talking, there's been many other cats who came out and said that we was the Jews before. The cat, what was the cat you said, Ashai? What was the cat?
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. Remember, he played for the Eagles. He came out, said it. They quickly, I don't think it took a week, did it? It took a week. He was apologizing, you know what I'm saying, for anti-Semitic comments. You know what I'm saying? So here's what's beautiful about the Round Table of Truth. We ain't holding back up here. Somebody give me Isaiah 58:1. This is a good scripture. I believe that it sets the tone for this show right here. You understand? We not Kanye West. You understand? We not Kyrie Irving. We not none of these celebrities that's gonna hold back, you know what I'm saying, from speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is not anti-Semitic to say that white Jewish people run all the industries that take advantage of so-called Negroes, blacks, and Native American Indians. That is not anti-Semitic. How in the hell can you be anti-Semitic when black people, we are the Jews any goddamn way? So how in the hell could we be anti-Semitic? It doesn't make sense. So who got it? Isaiah 58:1.
You said 58.
Yeah, give me Isaiah 58:1 real quick.
Kind of one concert.
All right.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1.
Go ahead, brother.
Cry aloud.
Do what?
Cry aloud.
What is it to cry aloud? Read.
Spare not.
Do what?
Spare not.
The Lord wants us to cry aloud. You understand? A baby, when you hear a baby cry, a baby makes a tremendous amount of noise about whatever. It's hungry, it's in pain, it may need something. So the Lord wants the prophets of God to cry aloud. And of course, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see Kanye West come out and say what he said. It's a beautiful thing for Kyrie Irving to come out and say what he said, even though he took back and apologized. But what we got to understand as black people is that this job right here is only meant for the prophets of the Lord.
Damn right.
You understand? And the prophets, when it comes as it pertains to the prophets of the Lord, all roads lead back to the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
You understand? And no, we're not the Christian church, not the Muslim. We are not the Muslim mosques. I'm listening to these cats on Club all day, and they trying to compare the I.S.U.P.K. to Muslims, to Islam, like we neck and neck, like we two radical groups that's the same. Are you insane? Okay, to be a Muslim, anybody could be a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? It's some white man could wake up today and decide he want to join Islam, or some Chinese or some Arab or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They could decide to come join Islam. But with us, when as it pertains to being an Israelite in the I.S.U.P.K, if you're not from the bloodline of them 12 tribes, then you can't be a part of this, man. So that's a big difference in itself. Read on.
Cry aloud.
Do what?
Cry aloud. Spare not.
Do what?
Spare not.
Everybody, what does it mean to spare not? Spare not meaning when you say these things, you don't give a damn about, you know what I'm saying, who is offended, you know what I'm saying, who likes it, you know what I'm saying, who if it makes them happy, if it makes them sad. The Most High don't care about any of that. And so those brothers coming out saying that black people, you know what I'm saying, are the Jews, or like Kyrie, he shared the book, you know what I'm saying, from Hebrews to Negroes. That's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the movie. I haven't seen the movie, and of course, some of the things in the movie may be off. I'm sure that's a lot that's totally off. But the one thing that is factual is that we have went from being considered Hebrews to now being considered Negroes. And when you consider the Negro, brother, that's just a color. You know what I'm saying? We've been walking around here for 400 years, you understand, and don't have a clue in the who in the hell that we are.
Right.
Everybody understand?
Right.
So let's get I just want to use that as an opening statement. Is there any more in that scripture?
Well, you know it is.
We good?
Yeah,
Okay, let's get the first story.
This is ABC News.
Mm-hmm.
It's titled, "We Lost a Young Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Hip Hop Mourns Migos Rapper Takeoff amid manhunt for suspect."
And they what?
And Hip Hop Mourns Migos rapper Takeoff,
right,
amid manhunt for suspect.
Right, a man-made manhunt for the suspect. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm sure everybody is familiar with this story. All Black America, Latino America is familiar with this story. This young brother lost his life. You know what I'm saying? Explain. Who knows exactly what happened here? I done heard several stories, but go ahead.
So basically, you know, this happened during the Halloween weekend.
Right.
You know, this happened in Houston, Texas.
Right.
At a bowling alley place.
Right.
You know
mm-hmm.
So Migos and they friends and other friends were having a little get together, shooting dice, and
I believe they said the cat Jay Prince. It was his gathering, if I'm not mistaken.
So like it, sir. It's Jay Prince's son, Ja Prince.
Ja Prince. It was his son's gathering. Okay, go ahead.
You know, they was getting together, shooting some dice, and you know, things were left, and next you know, shots fired, and brother was shot multiple times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Got shot in the neck and got shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the one thing about it, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you don't come in the I.S.U.P.K and get trained up, you know what I'm saying, to be a man in here, then you're not going to know how to conduct yourself amongst other men. You know what I'm saying? So a dice game, I done heard several stories. It was a dice game. I also heard, I don't know if you other brothers heard this, but a female witness said it was some young cats there that was insulting Quavo, right? Started talking about they had beat him in basketball, or, you know, they had take his money, what you want to do on the boxing, you know what I'm saying? Started to insult the brother. So whether it was over the dice, or whether it was over the insults, at the end of the day, when you don't get trained up on how to be a man, you ain't gonna understand how to be a brother. You understand? Which is why coming into the I.S.U.P.K, learning from Commander GEN.YAHANNA and the rest of the generals and the captains is so essential for our people. You know what I'm saying? If that don't happen, then you're gonna have a situation, you know what I'm saying, like like they had with his brother getting killed. Of course, y'all brothers can chime in anytime you want on the story. Is it more on that?
Yeah, come.
Go ahead.
It says, after the shooting death of Migos rapper Takeoff in Houston on Tuesday, the hip hop community is again mourning the loss of an influential and popular star whose music helped define the sound of a generation for over a decade.
I like the Migos, me myself. You know what I'm saying? Brothers made some damn good music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Very popular. But when you sit back and think about it, Akin, ain't that like the 20th rapper killed this year? I mean, what's the number? Go ahead, y'all guys.
It's a lot. It feels like every month, you know what I'm saying, there's another rapper, you know what I'm saying, getting gunned down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's almost like it's expected. Damn near. You know what I'm saying? Because it's damn near for sure, been every month that you hear about a rapper getting killed. You see what I'm saying? And for sure, you know what I'm saying, this is the Most High showing that even though you may look at these guys as superstars, even though you may look at these, and not to shame the brother's death, may the brother, you know what I'm saying, rise in power.
That's right.
Condolences to his family.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Condolences to his band members and all of that. You understand? But with that being said, when you don't obtain these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is not with you. Everybody understand? Like, and this is what we're seeing take place with these rappers. That's why these rappers are dying. You look at them, and people in the world, you look at them as a star. You look at these people as these NBA stars as untouchable, right? And so what happens is, because you look at these athletes and these entertainers as untouchables, this is who our people look at as their leaders. You understand? They don't look at local brothers in the hood, you know what I'm saying, like the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, right, who go on the street. We go on the street corners every week, you know what I'm saying, telling brothers how to live their life according to what the Lord says. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have to do it, Akin. It's going to be a long, hard road, you know what I'm saying, for black people, you know what I'm saying, to follow the Most High. But it start, as you see, the Lord is he's working, he's moving right now. That's why you're seeing these stars die. That's why you see these NBA stars, they coming out saying that, you know, who we are as a people. The Most High is going to bring us back to who we are. We don't got no choice in the matter. Does everybody understand? Any more on the story? What scriptures we got? Let's go. Let's get some scriptures. All right.
Scripture for you.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Go ahead.
All right. All I can got it?
Come.
All right, come. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you.
That the man is what?
That is tender among you. And very delicate.
And very what?
And very delicate.
What does it mean to be, when it says the man is very tender and delicate? Meaning this brother ain't stable and strong, right? He's emotional. This is an emotional man. Read.
Go
ahead.
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
His eyes shall be what?
Shall be evil towards his brother.
Does everybody understand that? Now, the question we have to ask ourselves is, why are black men's eye evil towards one another? This is what we have to ask ourselves. Why? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you why. If you look at what did Kanye West, what was one of the things that Kanye West said that the so-called Jewish people said was anti-Semitic, right? That, go ahead, y'all down, you got it.
Kanye was saying that the real anti-Semitism is when the rappers on these songs say, I'm a F your wife.
Yeah.
I'm a kill that nigga. I'm a F your wife. I'm a kill that nigga.
I'm a F your wife. I'm gonna kill that nigga. I'm gonna murder that nigga. I'm gonna shoot that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what is in the top 10 songs on the radio. You know what I'm saying? On black radio, to be more specific. So if you playing these songs, you know what I'm saying, song after song, I'm gonna kill this nigga. I'm gonna fuck his bitch. You understand? I'm gonna take his money, his jewelry, all the wickedest things, you know what I'm saying, that a person can say. If you're playing this on the radio, then what's going to happen is you're forming black men to hate one another. If all we rap about, I ain't never heard no rapper in a song say that they ready to take out the Jewish man, you know what I'm saying, because he robbing us. You see what I'm saying? I never heard a rapper say, I'm ready to go. I just say that you should. You see what I'm saying? But I never heard a rapper say, man, I'm ready to go to war with America for putting crack in black people's neighborhood. You never hear that. But you know what you do here? I'm gonna shoot this nigga. I'm gonna fuck his bitch. Ryan,
I got something to say real quick.
go ahead.
You know, all throughout our lives, man, we've been studying about the Holocaust, about Jewish history and all that,
Right.
what they go through and all that. You would think that life that they lived during World War II, you would think that they would have some type of compassion of other people who went through poverty, stuff like that.
That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy.
So, like, how would you people feel if I hire a German music producer and they should produce music about Jewish people killing one another? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jewish people, they don't have this type of sympathy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how low they are. You know what I'm saying?
Get a brother a hand. You understand? Oh, listen, they got sympathy. One thing about these heathens, they got sympathy for their own.
Okay.
Right? And not only do they got sympathy for their own, they want you to have sympathy for what they went through. You see what I'm saying? Because in school, I ain't never learned about no Black Holocaust. Did you?
Nah, sir.
You ever mention that? Yeah, I've never heard of it. You see what I'm saying? But you know what we did learn? Every, you know what I'm saying, year that came around, the what the Nazis did to the so-called Jewish people. The Holocaust. You see what I'm saying? You learn about that in school every year, right? And then you don't learn about then you as you get older, and then you run into the I.S.U.P.K. Then you learn about the Black Holocaust. Well, during the Black Holocaust, you know what I'm saying, we found out through research in the UPK that over 100 million of our people got killed.
Right.
You look at the Jewish cause, 6 million. Both is terrible. I ain't saying by no stretch of the imagination are we saying that what happened to the Jewish people was right. We ain't saying that. But why is it that we got to focus on what happened to them and we can't focus on what happened to us?
Right.
Which is what I think Kyrie Irving was even saying to the reporters. See what I'm saying? He was like, have that same energy, you know what I'm saying, when there's something about 300 million of his people got killed. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we got to focus on as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. We need to be sitting in school learning about what happened to us as a people. We need to be learning about all our history that we don't know about. Damn the white man's history. Because we sitting there learning his history, and you know, his self-esteem is getting bigged up, you know what I'm saying? But we sitting in there and we ain't learning nothing about us. Only thing we ever learned about was slavery. But they don't tell you, you know what I'm saying, that 100 million of our people got killed during slavery. Right. You everybody understand? Go ahead, Lamar.
If I could, like them teaching us about like their history and stuff like that is formulating sympathy towards them. Right. Making it so we look at them as like, oh man, that's such a bad and horrible thing. Right. But then when they teach us about any type of so-called Black history, they say that it was us that sold each other into history. Yeah. So then we would look at ourselves as in a negative light, if we deserved it and put it upon ourselves.
Now give Lamakiala a hand. You know what you done? Listen, that is what you call, that is very, you know how demonic that is? You know, to sit in school when they do tell you about their history, one of the first things they tell you is what? Your own people sold you into slavery. Brother, that is brainwashing like something I could not believe. So now you don't have any argument now because our own people did this to us. You understand? But when you come into the truth or whatever, you find out that our own people did not put us into slavery. This is the reason why they don't want the truth to come out about Black people being the Jews, because then they go, it's a bunch of lies that's gonna be uncovered now. One of the lies that's gonna be uncovered is that the so-called Africans are not our people. Right. The Africans sold the children of Israel into slavery. They didn't sell other Africans into slavery. You understand? So it's a bunch of lies, brother, that they do not want to come out. But of course, the Most High, you know what I'm saying, in his last days is gonna make sure that these things reach the surface.
Right.
Any more on that story about what happened to the brother?
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Lamar.
Lastly, just on the same subject, about like them teaching of us selling each other and doing all these evil things to each other in history. But if you really think about it, we're supposed to look at the Jewish people with Nazis, how it was such an evil thing done to them. But if you look at it, there's overall the same race at the same time. So they're doing it to their own people, but we look at it as sympathy. When it's white on white crime, it's sympathy. But when it's black on black crime, it's they deserved it. God
damn, that's why we got him sitting up here at this table. Room one. If anybody want to know why he's sitting to my right, here's why. You see what I'm saying? Like he brought out something so heavy. They try to charge us and say, you know, your own people sold you, so it's black on black crime. Because you know they always throw that black on black crime out there. But what the brother just brought out is that Jewish people and Germans are really they the same goddamn people out. So I guess we should start telling Jewish people, hey, listen, suck it up. Your own people did that to you, man. You see what I'm saying? Nobody else did that. Your own did it to you. So I don't know. We're gonna get into it, man. One thing I want to say also too, just about that brother's death, is that brother's death is exactly what Kanye West was talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like the white man, what he don't understand is the Most High is going to charge him, you know what I'm saying, for every death and for every piece of misery that we done went through as a people. The Most High going to charge him for that out. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what he talking about there. These songs and that's coming out, you know what I'm saying, talking about us killing each other and having sex with another brother's woman or whatever, is pushed by the Jewish community, and it needs to stop. All right? Right. Where we at with it?
All right. You said scripture.
Deuteronomy.
Okay, go ahead. Let's finish that. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. So that the man that is tender and delicate, tender among you, and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
His eye shall be what?
Evil towards his brother.
Like a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Us having an evil eye, one black man having an evil eye towards another black man is a curse. We reading this right out the curses here. You know, any more on that?
It goes off into the
okay. Drop that. Anything? We had any more scriptures for this one?
Isaiah 51. Isaiah 51, 54.
Okay. Also, too, let's get that story on what happened in Chicago during Halloween. Now, mind you, too, this also took place on a very wicked holiday, on Halloween. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's one story happened on Halloween. Now we're gonna pull another story that happened on Halloween night. You understand? It was, of course, you know, it was violent as hell on Halloween because us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we don't have no business talking about we celebrating Halloween. Talking about trick or treat, ghosts, goblins, and Freddy and Jason and all these different things that we celebrate or whatever. Because you see what's the ending result. What we got?
We got Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 20. Thy sons have fainted.
Thy what?
Thy sons have fainted.
What does that mean that sons have fainted? Meaning instead of our sons, you know what I'm saying, being strong, our sons have become emotional and weak. Read on.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
They lie at the head of what?
Of all the streets.
The head of all the streets being the corner. Read.
As a wild bull in a net.
As a what?
As a wild bull in a net.
Why is the Lord saying, you know what I'm saying, as a wild bull in a net? Because a wild bull in the net is out of control. That net is on top of him, and the heat is going crazy. So if you look at Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian young men, we like a wild bull. What does that net represent? Being in captivity. You see what I'm saying? So us being in captivity, you know what I'm saying, and not in our own land with our own rules and our own culture is causing our young men to lose their mind in this hellhole called America. Kwan, you want to say something? Go ahead. The trap. You just get a brother hand. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely what they call it. You know what I'm saying? The trap. And guess what? It's funny that they call it that because that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? But the problem is we instead of speaking against the trap, they glorifying the trap. You see what I'm saying? We didn't turn the trap into something that's to be glorified. when the trap ain't doing nothing, brother, but systematically, you know what I'm saying, breaking us down. It is the greatest form of genocide ever known to mankind. What you see going on right here in America, as you can see right now, black man, you under so much terrorism that you can't even open your mouth about the damn truth.
That's right.
You understand? You can't. You open your mouth about the truth, you're gonna be persecuted for it. So if our celebrities are being persecuted for speaking the goddamn truth, then what in the hell you think is happening to local black people? You see what I'm saying? Who don't have a voice?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We under extreme terrorism in this place, which is why you got your young men, you know what I'm saying, acting like a wild bull in the net, going crazy in these damn cities, killing one another. You know what I'm saying? Like something you could not believe. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the story of what happened in Chicago, if we could. All right.
Kind of okay.
Room 1. Go ahead, y'all got.
14 people, including 3-year-old, shot Halloween night in Garfield Park.
Read that from the top again, please.
14 people.
How many?
14 people, including 3-year-old.
They're quoting a what?
3-year-old
Go ahead.
shot Halloween night in Garfield Park. Drive-by shooting, police say.
Anybody want to say something on that? Go ahead. This is, man, look, this is the round table of truth. Get the most high hand again. Listen, y'all, any other time y'all like to talk, you know what I'm saying? This is the time to talk. Listen, the world, with the things that we say up here that we've been taught, you know what I'm saying, about GEN.YAHANNA, brother, the world need to hear.
Right.
You understand? The Lord say, thy teachers shall not be removed, shall not be removed into the corner anymore. And these men up here, as well as other brothers, we got podcasts all over the damn country in the I.S.U.P.K. And brother, we need to be heard. You understand?
All right.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, Halloween is no different than any other holiday, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter and whatnot. We always have like a habit of just hurting each other during these holidays, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would think that Halloween is all about having the kids enjoy trick or treating and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The Lord said, hell no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the Lord gave you a contract. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's why like we can't do certain things like other people do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead, Lamar, you got it.
If I could, like, people so shocked about Halloween, you literally going out celebrating like the death, skeletons, ghosts, ghouls, goblins, witches, witchcraft, all that, and then you expect all these things that you dressing up as, which are other forms of death, that you ain't gonna die in the midst of the death.
Right.
Like, how you gonna dress up as a ghoul and then be surprised that your brother just ended up as a ghost?
Yeah, get a brother a hand. That's happening. Listen, here's the major thing, man. This is why so much violence on Esau, on the white man's holidays. What do you say? Halloween, Thanksgiving. Our people even murder each other on Christmas. Why you shoot? I don't even understand why you shooting somebody on Christmas Day, man.
That's why I could.
Go ahead.
Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. And they're trampling each other in the damn store. I couldn't even imagine that. I've never participated in that. Could you imagine that, Carol? You in the store, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight through the door and get to the 60-inch screen TV for somebody else get. Then if they snatch you before you do, now y'all boxing for the TV. You see, so these things gonna happen now. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you decide that you're gonna go ahead and worship Satan, then you're gonna get satanic results.
Right.
And so celebrating Halloween is worshiping Satan. So guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get satanic results.
Right.
If you worship Satan, then these are the things that's gonna happen. That I can guarantee you that the rapper got murdered in Houston on Halloween. 14 black people got shot, you know what I'm saying, on Halloween in Chicago. What you think happened in other cities across the country? You know what I'm saying, with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Following after the white man is the devil. Right. So you following after the devil, what do you think your children are going to achieve from worshiping Halloween? A lot of them don't even know the history behind Halloween. You see what I'm saying? So you sitting there worshiping Halloween, worshiping Thanksgiving, when these things, you know what I'm saying, it's really no benefit, of course, but it doesn't teach you anything. Like if you're gonna celebrate something, you want to celebrate the high holy days that's in the Bible. You understand? If I could, you want to celebrate the high holy days that's in the Bible because it gives you an identity. You see what I'm saying? Your Passover gives you an identity. You know what I'm saying? It's about the murder, you know what I'm saying, about us celebrating the Most High, you know what I'm saying, saving us from the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? The Feast of Tabernacles. When we going through the wilderness, we had to dwell in tents. These holidays mean something. So when you teach them to your kid, you're giving them an identity. What identity are you giving your son, telling him about trick and treat and ghosts and goblins? Okay. Now, what the hell you think you're going to get out of that? What you think you're going to get out of celebrating Thanksgiving, which is about the murder of our brothers, the North American Indians? What you think you're going to get out of that? You understand what you going to say, Axelaki?
I was going to say purpose. Just sum it all up what you were saying.
Yeah.
Purpose.
Yeah, that's right. You see what I'm saying? You have no purpose. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that happens on Halloween is that your kids going to get candy from strangers, maybe poison that you don't know. Right. You see, you tell your kids all year, don't deal with strangers, but yet you're gonna allow your kids to get candy from strangers that you don't know. What else happens on Halloween? Our women walk around and are dressed like basically $2 hoes. Breasts out. Behind is all out, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Now, why does this happen? Because this is how the devil wants our people to conduct themselves. Which is why us finding out, brother, we don't understand. Have you in a matrix cat? Huh? What's going on? He's saying
this is on Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's man, y'all. We got a live show going on. You talking about I'm in the matrix? Huh? All right. Y'all didn't make through. We just totally off that one. You know what I'm saying? What was I saying?
He's going over Halloween and the spirit. And just to piggyback, if I could,
go ahead.
Just to piggyback, if I could, what's so heavy about what you're bringing out is like when we celebrate these holidays, we take on the same gods as our oppressors.
That's the point.
So
that's the point.
When we following that, we go right into the same culture. The biggest monsters in the face of this place that we live in called America, and all across the world, the biggest monster is the white man.
Yeah.
As simple as that. You know what I'm saying? He is Freddy Krueger. He is Jason. He is every murderer that you can think of. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Get a brother in. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they rather you worship Freddy Krueger and Jason opposed to you worshiping a black man named Jesus Christ. Now, ain't that something? Your kids worshiping Freddy and Jason when they should be worshiping Jesus Christ. Which worshiping Christ, that's a man that's about morality, and that's what we got to turn back to. Right, where we at on?
Kind of Wakam. Chicago police. David Brown says at least 14 people, including 3 minors, were wounded in a drive-by shooting Halloween night on Chicago's west side.
You see that? Three minors. So it ain't just the adults. You know what I'm saying? But it's also our babies that's out in the street. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's getting murdered behind this madness. You see, and this is what happens once again when you trying to take on another people's goddamn culture. Let the white man have his culture. Right? Let him have Halloween. Let him have Thanksgiving. Let him have Easter. Let him have what else? I think I named everything.
Christmas.
Independence Day. Let him have all his days. We got our own culture, which is once again, when we go into the story, I can't wait to get to it. You know what I'm saying about Kyrie Irving, which is why these people do not want us to find out that we are the children of Israel.
That's right.
Because us finding out that we the children of Israel, now what that means is it's a certain way that we have to live our life.
Right.
We can't. And listen, trust me, it's so many if you look at the podcast and if you look at the sports announcers, they are vehemently coming out saying Kanye West wrong. He don't know what he talking about. These is educated sportscasters. I ain't done a research on nothing, but because they program, you know what I'm saying, with this how the Jews run the media. If the Jews run the media, because you seeing everybody, you know what I'm saying, that is ran by Jews, they're gonna speak on behalf on what the Jews want,
right?
What the Jewish people want, and the Jewish people don't want us to find out who we are,
right?
So they're gonna come out and say Kanye West is wrong. The sportscasters, you know what they're gonna say? Man, Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying, is out of his mind. He need to apologize. You see what I'm saying? When brother, us finding out that we are the children of Israel and the Jews is the things that was going to help us change and fix Black America.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Where we at out here?
You want to continue with the story?
If it's more. If not, we can move to the next story.
We can move to the next one.
We move to the next story. All right, what's next, Ryan?
You got the indigenous people. You know what I'm saying? The news. What was the news reporter calling this people?
Make sure you speak loud. Speak to the mic.
It's like the indigenous. My bad. The news reporter calling indigenous people creatures.
Yes, we got a story. Big up to Officer 1000 Karyash. Gad, I give him again. Right before we was, we had a bunch of stories, but this story right here jumped a lot of the stories that we was gonna go into. The brother sent us a story about how a news recaster was on the news talking, and she referred to the Native American Indian brothers and sisters as creatures. Okay, I know it. You know what I'm saying? And people. I guess America is not on the level of Nazi Germany. I guess not. But if you look at the 400-year history of America, then of course Germany, I believe, took a lot from America.
Right?
Hitler took a lot from what you think? The presidents of America was somehow better than Hitler. They paint Hitler like he was the worst white man that ever existed, don't they? Mussolini and all. Yeah, look at Mussolini, how many people he killed, and Hitler, and how many. What about these bastards? George Washington,
right? Thomas
Jefferson. All of these white presidents that you so-called devils celebrate on President's Day. They just as bad as Hitler, man. Mm-hmm. You understand? And then what's sad is you got Black people. We have to sit there and honor men that have destroyed our people. You know what I'm saying? But thanks to Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man, this is the round table of truth. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna hold back on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to tell Kyrie and Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, that they need to get in contact with Commander GEN.YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. Right. And we'll teach them, listen, if they put a camera and mic in front of one of our face, they really gonna feel something. They really gonna say, this cat is totally anti-Semitic kid. They're gonna say, find out where he work at and see if the Jewish people pay him. If they do, we want him fired as of today. You understand? So, I mean, come on now. We got it. We listen. The priests and prophets in the I.S.U.P.K. We gonna take it from here, man. You see what I'm saying? That's right. Where we at with? Let's get it.
All right, come on. This article is nativenewsonline.net. It's titled ABC News Anchor Refers to Indigenous People.
This you said ABC.
ABC.
This is who is ABC? What people run ABC? Take a guess.
It's like stuff I make.
With
the Jewish man.
Yeah, the Jewish people run ABC News, NBC, CBS, Fox, TNT. See how all this all coincides with one another. You know what I'm saying? So once again, now Kanye West, the brother being persecuted, of course, he came out and said he's not us. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he even came out and said some things that he should not have said, and that's not accurate. But he has said some things that were true. And him coming out saying that Jewish media, you know what I'm saying, controls everything is actual fact. You see what I'm saying? Him saying that the Jewish media, not only do they control everything, but the things that they control, it affects Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian life. And what this brother about to go into, this is a professional news anchor, and she had the audacity to come out and insult our Native American Indian brothers and sisters, even though they didn't went through 500 years of hell here in America. She, as an anchor, had the audacity to come out and insult these brothers and sisters.
Right.
And then you got the nerve to come up against the I.S.U.P.K and tell us that we wrong for saying that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Okay. Read what you got, brother.
Come on. ABC News anchor refers to indigenous people as creatures.
Refers to on what?
Refers to indigenous people as creatures.
Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. What is a creature? You understand? Like in other words, she referring to the indigenous people as she's saying they animals.
Right.
Pretty much. You see what I'm saying? Read on.
Come on. In reference to Native American Heritage Month.
And in reference to what?
Native American Heritage Month.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, come on now. Now, who you think came up with Native American Heritage Month? It wasn't the Native Americans. Mm-hmm. That's how the white man do you. He murder you, split your head open, and then say, you know what? Hey, man, even though I split your head open, I'm going to name a school after you. Even though I done stole your people, changed your name, totally wiped out, you know what I'm saying, your whole infrastructure, I'm going to give you a school now. I'm going to name a street after you. Or I'm going to give you a month. This is supposed to be during, y'all just thought it was just Black History Month. They got Black History Month, and they also got, what else they got? Hispanic Month. Now they got Native Indian Month. So your history, you know what I'm saying, should be consolidated into a month. Okay, because have you ever heard of White History Month? You ain't never heard of that. Why you think you ain't never heard it? Good. Ryan?
Basically getting talked about it all year round.
Yeah, that's the point. That's why our leaders fighting, you know what I'm saying, for integration was one of the dumbest things that they could ever done. Right. You know what I'm saying? We would be better off in our own schools by having Black teachers. And not only having Black teachers, it's bigger than that, because you got a bunch of inner city schools that the kids is Black, the teachers is Black, but what curriculum are they teaching? So you could have a Black teacher, but if the Black teacher is in the school teaching you a white curriculum, then you might as well have a white man sitting up in it. You see what I'm saying? Like, our Black teachers got to not only be Black, but they got to teach the Black curriculum. They got to teach. And what black curriculum should our people be starting off with? The Bible. That's right. That's where all our people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, our people should be starting off with the Bible. Right. That's what we should be starting off with. Go ahead, y'all.
So like what's so heavy about what you're saying, I.S.U.P.K, is one of the biggest things that they want to remove from the schools is the Bible and religion. You know what I'm saying? Since the 90s, they've been trying to remove all religion from the schools.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. They should remove these religions from the schools. They need to remove Christianity, you know what I'm saying?
God.
That should be removed immediately. Come on. Yeah.
Kids are going out to schools when they stand incorporate the word of God in the leaders.
Yeah, they want to totally dismiss the Bible and totally dismiss, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures, which of course they've been doing that anyway. It ain't like they're doing nothing significant, because the Christian church don't teach the damn Bible.
Right.
Okay? They don't teach you the truth about God anyway. So they make you thinking that they doing something special. Yeah, we taking the Bible and God off. Man, God and the Bible ain't never been in school in the first place any goddamn way. Because the God in the Bible don't have nothing to do with you so-called white people and you other nations. The God and the Bible has something to do with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Man, you so-called Negroes who are the real Jews according to the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? Read them any more on that?
Yeah,
Go ahead, brother.
During the news coverage on Native American Heritage Month, ABC News reporter and 2020 co-anchor Amy Roback referred to indigenous.
Amy Roback. I can look up Roback. I guarantee you that's probably a Jewish name there. Roback. Sounds like it. Go ahead.
Referred to indigenous people as indigenous creatures.
Oh, Lord of mercy. We in Germany, we in Nazi land. For real. Go ahead.
On national television on Thursday,
Uh-huh.
celebrating Native American Heritage Month. As she quote, celebrating Native American Heritage Month. When we come back, we'll take a look at indigenous creatures taking Hollywood and pop culture by storm.
Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Y'all want to chime in on this before I step in and go, before I go crazy? Go ahead, y'all.
You got it otherwise.
I mean, come on now. I mean, you know. Let's get the scripture.
Come on.
I got it on. Yeah, okay.
Get the scripture on this here. Brothers ain't even got a comment for this one. Brothers ready to go to war behind this one here. You know. Native Indian people referred to as creatures. Wow. This is how that song go. This is America.
It's like I could,
go ahead,
you know
brother.
what I'm saying? Like this what happens, you know what I'm saying, by us listening to these leaders, you know what I'm saying, we become so low. Like, these nations don't even respect us as human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's one thing that that was beautiful about following Commander General Yohanna is that Commander General Yohanna understood what was the plight of Jesus Christ, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And one of the things, the number one issues that Christ dealt with when he was on the scene was coming up against religious leaders. He knew that the epitome of fixing black people was dealing with the leaders who had destroyed us. Before of course, we know the white man is our enemy. We know that. But as black people, what we got to realize, we got a bunch of enemies that we got to deal with amongst our own.
That's right.
Before we even get to the so-called white man. Like, even if you look at America didn't become a strong nation until what happened? Until they had a civil war. Once they had a civil war, they had the North versus the South. The North defeated the South, and then they became one nation. You see what I'm saying? 50 states, you know what I'm saying? You know, even if they ain't all the way believe in everything, each state got its own little thing. But one thing about it is, when it comes to them uniting for a cause, they do it. When it comes to them uniting against you so-called Negroes, they do it. Another country try to attack or go to war, these 50 states come together for that. You see what I'm saying? So that should be a learning lesson for the people who are being oppressed. And who are the people that's being oppressed? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. So what does that mean? We got to have a civil war amongst our people, man. That means these leaders that we've been looking up to, because like Raham just said, this only happens because of the leadership that we have.
Right.
The leaders that then told us that integration is the way. Let's forgive. We got to turn the other cheek.
Right.
You know, you hear him. You know, God so loved the world, quoting scriptures that they do not even understand. And because they quoting these scriptures, they have, like Martin Luther King say, which is another leader that we should reject. You understand? Like Martin Luther King say, he integrated us into a burning house. Right. You see what I'm saying? And brother, America is burning. A burning house for Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Listen, you better wake up. We being pushed, and you want to talk about the Jewish Holocaust and they pain, and that's their problem. That's their issue, man. Let them deal with that. Listen, I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about, you know what I'm saying, the pain that these other goddamn countries have suffered. I'm worried about what didn't happen to my people here in America. What's going on with black men in these cities right here in America? Why are so many of us being rushed to the prison system like it is nobody's business? If you turn on a faucet of water right now and you just see that water just flowing, that's how fast we going to prison in these states, man. At minute as a black baby is born, another brother is going to jail, or another brother is getting put in the ground by some racist cop or by our own. You see what I'm saying? Like, we in hell in this place, and the only way that we're gonna come out of this hell is by the word of the Lord.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
I wanted to get piggyback on like the history about of our brothers, Native Indian
Yeah,
brothers.
damn right. You
You know
damn
what I'm
right. It's the
saying?
time to do it. Go ahead.
I recently watched a movie called "Buried My Heart in Bermuda Knee." If anybody, I urge everyone to go see that movie. It talks about how like the chief tribes, you know what I'm saying, the Native American Indians,
Nice.
who actually would make treaties with Esau.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They actually, like they trust Esau based on what they saying and all that kind of stuff. And these were the leaders of the Native American Indians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were actually, allowing Esau to educate their children,
Right.
cut off their braids,
Right.
take off their fringes, put on like white people attire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in exchange for that, they had to be on reservations.
Right.
They couldn't get like the prosperous land they had.
Mm-hmm.
They had land that had less soil.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was the most dingiest land you could think of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was the ghettos, they say.
Yeah.
The ghettos, concentration camps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of that.
And I mean, and the atrocities that happened to the Native American Indians. I mean, we could do a whole podcast about that. They rushed these brothers and sisters in the boarding schools. Killed off their parents. You know what I'm saying? What's the thing we just ran into when we was going out of town, Kwan?
No, it's like, so I was about to say, it's the Trail of Tears.
I was just about to we actually on our way to Houston. Big shout out to Houston. You know what I'm saying? Had they cookout on our way. Me and Officer Yaradan. You know what I'm saying? And Officer Raash. You know what I'm saying? And Yaradan's rib drove down to Houston. On the way there, we stopped at a rest stop. It had in detail everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? During the Trail of Tears. You know what I'm saying? How they basically marched these brothers and sisters, old, young, or whatever. They marched them basically from the East Coast to the West Coast, damn near. You see what I'm saying? On foot. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing that I was reading, it said this particular spot we was in, where a lot of them had died at, because by the time they reached this spot, it was in the middle of a bitter winter. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of them just dropped dead from one. They didn't march for. We was in what state was that we was in?
I believe it was somewhere near
Arkansas.
Yeah,
I think it might have been Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened is these cats marched them from the east, and like I said, the mural said a lot of them didn't even have shoes on. You see what I'm saying? So could you imagine walking from the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, and all the way to Arkansas with no shoes? You see what I'm saying? And yet in 2022, you got a white anchor that gets on TV and call the Native American Indian creatures. And then you wonder, like GEN.YAHANNA say, this stuff that we going through here in America as Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, we are not doing this to ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are being oppressed in this place. You seeing that right now with, listen, we being oppressed because they didn't took a $10 billion black man and basically shut his mouth. Kanye, what y'all told me Kanye West said before we started the show, y'all was saying he said something. As far as he ain't talking no more. What he say? Tell him what the people said. Go ahead.
Kanye West said that he's going to go on a fast and not open up his mouth to speak no more.
See that? See what they did to the brother of Rubber One. Because I won. They didn't made the brother go on the fast. Like go ahead, Alex.
Like if I could, I don't want it just goes back to what you were saying about this Civil War, because our leadership, they see what persecution that our oppressors try to put on these brothers, and nobody comes to assist them. Everybody's just jumping on the bandwagon. You need to shut your mouth. I was just watching Shannon Sharp the other day, and his comments about Kyrie is this. He said Kyrie Irving needs to research Craig Hodges. That's what he said he should do.
Yeah.
Now, Craig Hodges, if people don't know, in the 90s, when the Bulls was winning championships, Craig Hodges was one of the three-point shooters on that early team for the Bulls winning the championships. Now, he went to the White House and gave George Bush a letter about the oppression of black people. From that point on, he was ostracized from the NBA. He never returned. You never heard anything else about Craig Hodges. And for this man to know he has the education on what they do to our people, and him just stepping out of the way and saying, like, you need to look at this. This is what they do to people that speak out when they should just be quiet.
Give y'all down there. I used to like Shannon Sharp, man, up to that point. A lot of these sportcasters, I be liking them, Lamar, until I find out they're damn cool. You see what I'm saying? Now I can't even look at you the damn thing. And guess what? Well, you know what's so heavy about what Yardan brought out? Not only did Craig Hodges get put out the NBA, did your boy Michael Jordan speak up for him? This nigga that y'all love and crying, got crocodile tears talking about Ed Mike and worship him. Did Ed Mike say, no, he gonna stay on the Bulls? What he said was right. Black people was being oppressed. What y'all don't know, for people who don't live in Chicago, the damn stadium is in the middle of the damn ghetto. Okay? I don't even understand that. Right. You see, they put the stadium in the middle of the ghetto. Now, here's the bigger thing. I'm coming to you, Yardan. Do you think the people in the ghetto benefit anyhow, anyway, off the United States being in the middle of the ghetto? Hell no.
This is like I said. So what they doing right now is gentrifying that area.
Of course. And if you don't know what gentrification is, I'm gonna sum it up for you. You know what I'm saying? UPK style. It means you niggas. It's time for you niggas to go. Okay. And white people come. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You know, people like to give you the professional term. Yeah, see, gentrification is what happens when the economical man. Gentrification means you niggas that live here pack your shit and go. Whitey coming to town. That's what gentrification is. Go ahead.
Speaking of that, man, I just saw a white man jogging my neighborhood. I was like, what the hell is going on?
That's a sign. That's a sign right there. All it takes is, hey, you know they gonna wait.
He said bye.
Hey, but plus though, it's safe, but the white man, he's so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? This is Canaan. You know what I'm saying? He can do what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
The white man changed black people's lives with the stroke of a pen. Your whole existence is just changed with the stroke of a pen. That's power. Right. See what I'm saying? And that's why the Most High said he would drive you to jealousy. You don't got that type of power. You see what I'm saying? But of course, we want that type of power in here. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Yahweh Shah Mashiach is going to make sure that we get that power.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You know how the white man is such a devil that he is. How the United States is right there in the ghetto. And what you said about him bringing gentrification in the neighborhood. When King Von died, the oppressor, he ended up buying Overlock. He's gonna tear it down next year, and what's gonna happen to the area?
Yeah. Well, you know what's gonna tear it? They're gonna tear it down, and all the ghetto roaches got to scatter. No, let me stop. But you already know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? He bought it, and of course, our people, you know what I'm saying, going to have to move out. You see what I'm saying? That's what's basically, you know what I'm saying, gonna happen with that situation there. Let's get the scripture for this story, all right?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. Got it, Akim? And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Thou shalt what?
Become an astonishment. A proverb.
A
proverb.
A what?
A proverb.
Proverb. Thou shalt become an astonishment. A proverb. Read on.
And a byword. And a byword among all nations.
Among what?
Among all nations.
What is a proverb, byword, and what is a proverb? Byword,
astonishment.
And astonishment is what this brother just read in this article. You know what I'm saying? Them calling Native American Indians creatures. Them calling black people not nigga. We say nigga. You know what I'm saying? But white people say nigger. You know what I'm saying? It's a total. The context is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Monkey, right? They consider the so-called Mexicans wetbacks, right? These people, you know what I'm saying, not only have ruled over us, but have also tagged, put a tag of insult on us as a people, right? Which is why having your identity is so important. You know what I'm saying? Like every nation got their identity, man. The Asian people, They got their identity, and they get called what they want to be called by. That's what they get called. You know what I'm saying? And they got their culture. You know, they in the back eating cats and dogs. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's perfectly fine with it. You see what I'm saying? And Africans, they got their name and title, and they sticking their head up a cow's behind. All this stuff, right? But when it comes to the Lord's people, we got a name the Lord, the Most High put on us, man. You know what I'm saying? And the name that the Lord put on us is the children of Israel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? For he is a prince of the power.
That's right.
We believe in America, the greatest thing that we can do